Hey guys, this is Anastasia Autumnfire, and this video is for the 2016 YouTube Pagan Challenge. The subject is, what do you find most appealing or fulfilling about paganism? And for me, there's so many. There's so much about paganism that calls to me, that resonates with me. There was a good amount of my life that I was really shunning paganism for all that it was worth, because I wanted to be normal. And even the things that resonated for me in Christianity led me back to paganism. So I think it's just something that is within me and I am drawn to instinctively, as well as just I love it. With that said, the one thing I think that I keep coming back to and that really pulls me in and is the reason I think I resonate so much with this as a spiritual path is the fact that it's always evolving. There's always more learning to do. You never know everything. And when someone says they know everything, run. It's not right, in my opinion. I get nervous about anyone that claims to know everything, period, anyway. But especially about spiritual paths, because your spiritual path is your own. No one else can tell you what it is. No one else can tell you how to do something. They can share with you how they do it, and if it resonates for you, by all means, go for it. But in no way, shape, or form can someone ever say, you're doing this wrong. The only caveat I think I can put in with that is if you are doing something and you admit, like you just flat out say, I do it like this, but it doesn't feel right. Oh God, then no, you're not doing it right. But if you do something and it resonates for you and it zings and it just amps you up and powers you up, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And don't let anyone tell you different. And I love that. I love that what worked for me at the beginning of my practice may not work for me now. And there's a lot of things that I did at the beginning of my practice that I now look at and go, oh, wow, that's different. Wow, that's so not where I am now. There's so much about how my practice has evolved, how I have evolved. And the thing that I love, I think above all else, is knowing I'm not done. There's still so much more. I will die before I could possibly begin to fully comprehend any one aspect. And that is absolutely thrilling to me for some reason. I think I am that eternal student. And if you are that, if you are an eternal student who doesn't need, I don't want to say a dictatorship because that's not fair, that's not nice, but and it's not right. If you are an eternal student who does not need things dictated to you, who does not need things laid out for you and told to you or spoken at you, if you are an eternal student who likes to find out the truth for yourself, if you like to ask questions, if you like to take journeys, if you like to find the answer for yourself, of course you have others to help and raise you up. And that's another thing I love about the pagan community, is that 9 times out of 10, it's not competitive. It's not like I'm trying to put you down because I want to raise me up. It's bullshit to do. Everyone is so warm and so inviting, and I kick myself daily because my anxiety of talking to people in real life and meeting people in real life, even if it's like Google meetups or whatever it is, I am terrified of meeting someone and being like, and them, the best phrase I can come up with is not liking me, and I hate that because it sounds infantile and stupid, but it's very true. Is my anxiety is such there have been people who have reached out and like, hey, you should come do this. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun. And instantly my heart goes, what? Starts going really fast, and the other side of my brain is like, wait, what? You can't do that. What if they don't like you? What if they think you're dumb? What if you don't know what you're talking about? Because chances are you don't know what you're talking about. So I never follow through, or I struggle to follow through. Um, I lost the point I was on. But oh, the community. But for all intents and purposes, everyone is so warm and fuzzy, and I understand and realize those anxieties that I have and insecurities that I have are completely and utterly unfounded. But I have them. So, need to work on them. But that's the thing, is the community helps you. If something doesn't make sense to you, you can go to other people and they can tell you their take. Will it resonate for you? Who knows? But they can give you their thoughts. They can give you their processes. I put up crafting videos not to tell anyone this is how you must do it, because that's bullshit. Instead, it's, hey, here's how I do it. Might be something cool. Maybe it resonates for you. Maybe it doesn't. If nothing else, it helps me keep my thought process straight. And it also helps me see, wow, I have come a very far way. A very long way. There's the right phrasing. Looking at like my first few videos to now, aside from, holy cow, I gained a lot of weight. I kind of look at it and go, wow, I really thought that? I really did that way? That's interesting. I never thought I did that way. I never thought that resonated for me. Or, wow, I completely forgot that I used to do this, that, and the other thing. Retrospective meditation was something that I stumbled across. I don't think I shared it on YouTube. I think it was a Facebook share. And it came up in my newsfeed, like, share your memory. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done a meditation like that with Helen forever. That might be cool to resurrect. That might be cool to do. And I think that is the beauty about a paganistic path, is it's all about growth. It is all about cultivation. It is all about nourishment and encouragement and just evolving. It's all about ourselves and how we see the world and how we see ourselves and how we can change ourselves for the better from the inside out, simply by listening to ourselves and focusing on getting back to some roots that I think we forget about after a time. And the only way the best way I have found to do any and all of that is to study and to learn and to be open-minded and to hear other people's perspectives, even if they don't mesh with yours. Because there are so many things that I do that someone else will look at and be like, dude, you're doing that completely opposite of how I approach it. It's like, holy cow. And you can get different perspectives and people will shed their light on something, and you can have a completely different feeling about something after you hear someone else's take on that. And it's not that you're changing your belief structure. It's not that you're altering yourself to suit someone else. It's genuinely, wow, I never thought about it this way. That totally resonates. Um, Christina did that with me over Samhain. I posted, I believe it was an ancestor blend, and I said, or oil, I think. And I was saying that I was using pomegranate, even though I wasn't, I don't really work with pomegranate. I understood that it dealt with Persephone and Hades and Demeter and their story. Oh, Hecate, she's also in there. Babo, I think, is also in there, depending on the version you read. And she went in and it was the same story that I knew, but she hit a certain thing about it. I think it was the mourning of Demeter, mourning the loss of her daughter, and it would make sense that we would use pomegranate to mourn those that we've lost, because it's kind of taking that page out of that book. And I'm like, and it was so in my face. I've read it a million times. I know it. mainly because I love Demeter in that bit. But I never thought of it in that plane of, in that, just in that way. And I don't know why, because it makes sense. I've, like I said, I knew it. When she said it, I'm like, well, yeah, of course. And then all of a sudden I thought about it for a second. I'm like, of course. That's brilliant. And that is what I love. I love learning something new. I love taking something that I know backwards, forwards, every way you can possibly throw something at me. I get it. I know that story. I know how it goes. And yet you have now put it in a way that I have never thought of it. And that is why you will never know everything. That is why you will be an eternal student in paganism. Because the minute you go, dude, I know this. No, you don't, because someone else will have a different take, someone else will have a different perspective, and they will open that up to you, and suddenly another little section of your path opens up, and that's so exciting, and that's so cool to me. And I'm getting really amped up when it's really late at night. I need to go to bed. But yeah, sorry, my camera's all over the place because it's in my hand. But yeah, that definitely is the thing I love most about paganism, is the seeking you do, the learning that you do, the fact that you will always be learning. You will never know enough. You will never be satisfied with the amount of knowledge and wisdom that you have. You will always want more. And even while you're attaining more wisdom and more knowledge, you will also want to share that knowledge with other people. And by sharing, you are now gaining even more knowledge and wisdom. And it's a beautiful cycle. It's awesome. And it's such a blessing in so many ways. And I don't have the words to fully describe it, so hopefully this 12-minute video helped somewhat. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Long story short, best thing I love, the most appealing and rewarding thing I found in paganism is my life as an eternal student. Blessed be.